What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith, aka the Positivity God, and you are watching / listening to episode 36 of the Positivity Hour. Let's roll that intro, not the new one. If you watch my other videos, or if you're listening, if you watch the other videos on my YouTube channel, which you should, I got the new intro going. But we're gonna go back to the old one real quick. I want to tweak a few things. I actually want to buy the instrumental so I can stop getting copyrighted. And move forward, So roll the old intro and let's get straight to it. Woo! Now that the old intro has rolled, we can get into the video. So, like I said, this is episode 36 of the Positivity Hour, my podcast that you are watching / listening to on anywhere you can find a podcast, including YouTube for the video format. And today's topic will be a continuation of the topic 3 episodes ago, otherwise known as 3 weeks ago, in episode 33, which was finding one's purpose. I think I talked for 20-30 minutes in that episode about how to find one's purpose. I even talked about things, my own process in finding one's purpose. And in today's video, I want to title it something along the line of now that you've found your purpose, how do you go about living that life, fulfilling that purpose, living for something bigger than you. That might be the title of this video. Living, maybe worded differently, but maybe not, because I'm Darshaun Smith and we ghetto up in this short. But living for something that's bigger than you. And on that topic, let's get straight to it. But before we can get straight to it, I need to grab my stylus because I always have a pen or something in my hand because I like to point and stuff, And recently it's been this Inkjoy pen I found on a CAN bus, but OG stylus because it has the part that comes off on the end, better than fidget spinner. But let's keep it standardized with things we do here. We need to stop everything, stop the whole show, stop it all. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, dislike, hate, comment. I don't care what you do. We just need some interaction here. Follow, unfollow. You can even report it if you want. Okay, I would greatly appreciate if you didn't do that. But if that's what you feel like you need to do to stay positive, then do it. Okay, because that's my goal in life. Okay. Secondly, drink some goddamn water. Peep the new water bottle. Shout out, Mom. Don't even get it twisted, okay? We still got the OG right here. Still got the OG, but like red's my favorite color, baby. Better believe, when Mama came through with that, I had to use it at least for a week or two. But hey, I'm still going. So let's see how long we can keep it for. Just make sure to clean your water bottles, people. Okay, mold is disgusting. Go clean it once a week at least. Okay. But back on topic of keeping this podcast, on track. Let me make sure the camera's all set up all right. You know what I'm saying? Feelings, well, that's unfortunate. For some reason the camera stopped recording. I think I hit the button on accident. But back on topic, feelings. How does one how have I been doing in this last week? I mean, I post daily uploads on YouTube, but they're mostly like 5 to 10 minutes long, so like you may not get a good gauge on how I am as a person. But since this is my platform for longer form content, this is where we can, dive into the details, not too much, because, you need to have a private life, but objectively speaking, you gotta stay lit, and if you're not staying lit, you need to do everything within your power to, change that or whatever. So hopefully I'm not super overexposed like I was in last video, but if I am, then, skip it. You get to see Casper the Ghost, but the black one. So, boosted board's almost charged, but that's not the frame, you can't see it. And, so my life, it's constantly evolving, in both the good directions and the bad directions, however you want to decide and interpret that, is how you want to do it, from interacting with people close to you, friends, family, relationships with people like that, versus, those random people you just meet on the street while you're at work, while you're whatever, they're good and bad consistently, and it's always evolving and it's always happening, but like no one really cares about that. They always care or in my opinion, I say no one cares how you fall down. You know, they couldn't give it a flying skadoodle is what I say. They only care about how you got back up. And that's the same thing with these. And like that, it's just the thing, you know, as I, you know, further get into my adult life from, you know, trying to build my credit to try to save money to invest in, you know, buy houses and real estate and investment properties to, you know, just, you know, like the topic of this video, you know, living for something that's bigger than you, you know. It's all things I am constantly thinking about. And sometimes, you know, you got to have those situations where you're very blunt with people and you're very straightforward. You know, they try to say something like, we did this. You're like, nah, cause we didn't do anything. You know, I'm not saying that to degrade you in any way. I'm not saying that to put you down in any type of way, because, you know, there's a reason I did it for you or whatever. You know, maybe I saw some potential in the future. Now, if that potential does not arise, then, you know, get dropped. But you know, obviously my trust was put in place for a reason. But at the same time, you know, it can go the inverse, you know, for people, you know, not doing those things, to how they interact and not being 100% honest and straightforward with people. But this all of these concepts I'm talking about and how I feel and how I'm navigating life, especially in the last week of my life, since this last Positivity Hour episode, because, you know, I talk about this once a week, you know, is it all comes down to a few things. You know, I don't have the specific number because it's constantly changing, but the few things are, you know, how well do you know yourself? You know, how confident are you in yourself? Do you have dreams, goals, ambitions, and you know, things to aspire to for your future? You know, are you living for those things that are bigger than you? And another thing, more importantly, like, how's your consistency on those things? You know, like, yeah, it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to follow through on it. You know, holding people accountable is key in all aspects of life, and it's something I want the people I choose to have in my life, because I'm at the age where if it's forced, you cut. It's not against you or anything. It's just how it is. But you know, as the consistency there, is the accountability there. You know, are you confident within yourself as a person? Do you believe the things you say out of your own mouth? You know, and if you believe that 100%, you know, from saying stuff to other people to the ideals you have in your head, you know, you're on the right track in this world. You know, and that's me. You know, obviously I agree and believe with a lot of the things I say. I didn't say all, because if I said all, I'd be I'd be lying. That's not a factual statement. You know, in life, I don't know everything. You know, and that's a lot of the living for something that's bigger than you. You know, and for one to assume that they know everything or they have all the answers and they can fill in your sentence or whatever it has to be, like you're missing the whole point of life. You know, the day you stop learning something is the day you stop growing and your life is pretty much over. You know, life is constantly moving, so if you stop, you get left behind instantly. You gone, you out this joint, you cut, whatever you want to say. You could be pressed about it, you could be angry about these facts I'm saying right now, but that's just the life we face. And in this case, I'm just talking about my reality and what I believe, is more conducive to a successful life. You know, from getting your money up, your financial literacy up, you know, read a book, having those good, healthy relationships with those around you, because money ain't everything, y'all, okay? Money can solve a lot of problems in life, but it can't solve your health if you got bad kidneys or a heart. You know, in most cases, it can't bring back that dead family member. You know, it can't whatever. You know, yes, money can fix like 90% of problems, okay? But realize, once you get to a certain level in life and you've experienced that 90%, you only got that other 10 where it can't help. So you eventually get to a point where it's like, you know, I'm not even there yet. I can see ahead, because I believe and I want it that bad, that I know it's there, from studying people who have done it, from reading stuff about it, from interacting with those people in person, you know, and living that lifestyle. You know, people showing you a better life is what they say, you know, as a young black person in America, which, like your white friends or other black people who have done it right. You know, we need to stop being crabs in a barrel, you know, black people and everybody else, because at the end of the day, we just all need to see each other up. So I know this was a very long, elongated way just to say like a few words I could have said in a couple seconds, you know. Long story short, my party people, I'm great. Is life perfect? Hell no. But at the end of the day, is it something that's gonna positively progress me on in life and make it so I can do bigger and better things? Come on, words work. Yes, mother trucker, yes. Okay, so obviously no one wants any sort of type of friction. No one wants any conflict in their life. But is it gonna have to exist to get to where you want to go in life? Yes, because if you want to be a 1%er, you need to do what the other 99% of people aren't willing to do. It's as simple as that. And you're like, oh, 1%er is way out of my reach, this and that. You realize that you can get to a 1%er way faster than you think, okay? Objectively speaking, you know, a 1%er is like anyone with a net worth of like over $800,000. Now, that may seem like a lot of money, because it is. But at the same time, you got to realize if your family owns a car or two, especially a nicer car or two, you know, that can be considered in one's net worth, depending on which kind of car, if it's a liability or an asset. You know, look at your house, you know, how much is your house worth? Okay, that being said, you know, also consider how much you make a month and how much you make a year. You know, if you are in those percentiles, you know, it gets exponential real quick of how much money you're actually worth. You may not have that much money. Those are two different things, of having the money and being worth that much. But I'm saying, you know, like there's a study out there showing that like, yeah, you only need like 800 G's to be in the 1%. Now, there's other 1% too. Like, there are a lot of people out here who want a 6 foot tall guy, 100K a year, you know, attractive, ambition, goals. You realize that's like a 0.01% a guy, you know. You're like, but there's more people like that. I'm saying, if you like single people that you, with all these, and I'm speaking to like women and just maybe men too, whatever you identify as, what you're looking for, you know, like, you got to realize, same thing for dudes, you know, you want this and this and this in the woman. You got to reevaluate your surroundings, you know, or not reevaluate. You just got to evaluate your surroundings and say that, like, one, is what I'm asking even realistic? And then two, if it is realistic, like, what's the real possibility? What's the probability that I'm even going to get that, you know? And I'm not, like, in this case, we're just talking about like men and women and or whatever you want to identify as. But this goes for other things too, like your job. You know, hey, mama always told you growing up, you can do anything you want in this world, okay? My rebuttal to that is, yeah, you could do anything you want in this world as long as they're hiring, you know? Because that's a real reality we're faced with. It's like, yeah, you want to go be a dancer, you want to go be electrician, whatever you want to say, you know, fill in the gap with a career, you know. You can go to school for that too, whatever, but you ain't gonna get a job unless someone's hiring. And in that case, make your own job, be your own boss, you know. I just don't see the point in selling your hours to not live a happy life, you know, unless you like genuinely love your job and or it gives you the access to what. That was very strange. My camera just stopped again. You know, I'm glad it makes a sound when it stops at least. But like I was saying, unless your job gives you that access to what fulfills you in life, like I said 3 videos ago, you know, do I think being like a college professor or a career researcher or whatever I decide to do in life will be fulfilling? I don't know. I'm not there yet. But I do know the thing that will give me the platform to do. You know, yes, I could do it through this podcast. I could do it through YouTube. I could work a terrible job and do this on the side as a hobby, you know, and that would still fulfill me. But I'm saying that will give me the opportunity to do it at a higher level, you know. So these are things we just have to think about and consider and just really like go into, you know. You saw the transition. It was very slight. It was like the most like faded gradient ever of how I was started talking to myself to get into the bigger than you thing, you know. Yes, a lot of where people want to go in life, objectively speaking, you know, it literally goes back to what I had said about if you want to be in the 1%, you need to do what the other 99% aren't willing to do. You know, a lot of people, they have these dreams, goals, and aspirations in life. They want to travel the world. They want to, you know, make this amount of money a year. You know, they want to have this prestigious job or be in this prestigious or cool, vibrant location. You know, but a lot of people don't talk about the consequences of that. You know, because every action has an equal and opposite reaction to it. Okay, Newton's laws right here. Okay, we're getting scientific on yo. That was like you all, like really, like I said you all, but like y'all, it was so weird right there. Oh my lord, Darshaun. Please move on. Back on topic though. You gotta make those sacrifices. So you gotta realize, do you know how hard it is? And this is why you have multiple batteries, kids. Okay. I'm just maybe it was the battery. Okay. I'm gonna put a new battery in. We're gonna keep on trying. Okay. But getting back onto the living for something bigger than you topic of this video, you know, like, do you know how hard it is to make 6 figures? You know, like literally the average income for folks is like just around 50K. You know. Like, obviously, depending on where you live and your location, well, that'll vary. But at the same time, if you live in a more prestigious location or a nicer neighborhood or whatever, those people have had to work exponentially harder, or they were born with privileges that gave them access to higher paying jobs off the rip or whatever. You know, we're not here to complain. This is where a lot of people mess up. You know, this is that real stuff that they don't talk about. This is that living for something bigger than you. You know, a lot of people complain about where they are. You know, they're saying, oh, but that person got a handout. This person did this. I'm black. You know, these are real credible things to like argue about, and or not argue about, but real credible things. You know, one should be able to bring up. You know, because realistically speaking, this is how it is. It's terrible that these things exist. But on the inverse, you know, stop pretending like it's gonna all get better, because that's a Disney like fairy tale. You need to live in reality, my party people. Okay, KSI said it best to his brother Deji. You know, he said, I worked hard to get to where I wanted to get in life. You know, 20 million subscribers on YouTube. You know, 8-figure net worth, physical cash. You know, whatever you want to say. But he's like, he was straight up. He's like, I'm black. You know, I had to work at least 4 times harder just to get the average, you know. So do you know how hard I had to work to get there? You know, the thing we all do in life, you know, this is why I said you need to get that 1% thinking in life. This is how you actually live for something that's bigger than you. This is how you actually like do something great with your life. You need to stop thinking like the herd. You need to stop complaining about the little stuff that you can't control. You need to just acknowledge it, take the freaking L, and move on. If you gotta work 10 times harder for something, then do it. If you want it that bad, you will work that 10 times harder. You'll work 20 times harder. Where you have to sacrifice stuff and give up? Heck yeah. Are you gonna be able to go out on your Friday nights with your friends and go get drinks and stuff like that? No, you can't. Okay, will you be able to go to that football game and party, this and that? No, you can't. Okay, will you be able to afford the time to sit on your behind and play video games for like 3 to 4 hours a day, maybe even longer in some cases? No, you can't. Okay, are you? The only exception to some of these rules are you getting paid for it? If not, you're wasting your time. Are you gaining experience? Like, and don't give me that BS where it's like, oh, I'm gaining some experience. Are you networking? Are you genuinely about to do something to change your life or make some money or whatever else to actually get you to your goal? If not, shut up. No, I don't want to hear it. You know, and I swear, and I'm getting so woke. Maybe that's not the right word, okay? Because a lot of people like to twist that word to bad connotations or nothing. There's nothing wrong from unplugging yourself from the matrix, my party people, okay? The way they tell us to live our lives, and the way they tell us to conduct our behaviors in school and all that is for the herd, okay? If you want to be perfectly content with a marriage that is probably not going to keep you happy, because that's not what marriages are for, you know, objectively speaking. If you don't believe that, you got fed a lie, okay? You got you got other stuff out here too. If you want to be satisfied with not being able to, you know, travel where you want in this world, like not being able to, you know, simply make ends meet, whatever you want to say, whatever you yourself want to put in that fill in the blank, I am offering you. If you want to just be able to, you know, finesse your way by every time, cool beans. But I know a lot of people, and I know the overwhelming majority of people want so much more than that, yet they aren't willing to do that so much more work. So when I said 3 weeks ago, you know, finding one's purpose in life, and I told you on camera and for video, for the people who listened, yeah, it might have been 1 or 2 people, but 1 or 2 people actually listened. Yeah, 1 or 2 people might have viewed, but 1 or 2 people might have actually viewed, you know. That video where I'm saying, you know, my goal in life is to inspire, is to motivate, it is to directly, man, I kind of give up on this recording. Not because the topic, and I'm over here like raging about it, because like my camera, it just keep overheating or whatever. So I'm not really sure. It's never had this problem before, but I'll look into it for sure. But long story short, my party people, because I feel like to some degree I'm beating a dead horse, and I just need to talk about this stuff more like every day. You know, to be honest, I don't know how long this video's been so far, but all I know is like what I'm talking about is foreign to a lot of people. You know, what I'm talking about is everything is a lot of what people talk about but never actually go and do. You know, and I'm telling you right now off the rip that like I am gonna be the person who does that. You know, I'm gonna be that person who goes that extra 10%. You know, that I'm gonna try that extra 10 times harder. You know, because it's bigger than me. You know, I got people riding on this. I got my family riding on this. I got my legacy riding on this. It is bigger than me. And if you don't want to put the work in, cool beans. You're just leaving more on the table for me to get in life. Okay, so I would love and appreciate it. One of the things I'd said after my camera stopped recording, you know, 10 minutes after, 10 minutes after I realized it wasn't recording for those 10 minutes, you know, was I want to get so high in life, you know, not like on drugs. I don't do drugs. If you do drugs, you're wasting time, energy, and money, okay? Please get off of it ASAP and invest that money in the stock market. But I want to get so high in life, you know, I want to become so successful in life that it would be a cardinal sin. It would be a crime for me not to look down at other people who look like me and other people who are trying to reach their hand up, not for a handout, but just for a leg up, you know, some assistance. It would be a crime if I didn't look at those people and say, hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. Here's how I did it, you know. And best believe I plan on getting that far in life, you know. It's not even an if I'll get that far in life. It's a when I'll get that far in life. If I get there in the next year, so be it. Is that possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. But am I gonna work like it is? Sure thing. You know, I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna invest my money. I'm gonna continue to have conversations with other high thinking individuals. I'm gonna continue to have conversations with other high net worth individuals. You know, I'm gonna continue to build my brand. I'm gonna continue to say the uncomfortable truths, and I'm gonna continue to do the work that in reality a lot of y'all ain't willing to do. So just know, if I can do it, you can do it too, okay? Because best believe I'm gonna get there in my lifetime, you know. Like I said, will it be in the next year? Probably not. Is it possible? Yeah. Will I get there in 10 years? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay? Will I get there in 20, 30 years? If it takes 30 years, it takes 30 years, okay? 30 years from now, I'll be 50, you know? And I plan on, I'm not super out of shape, but yes, I'm out of shape, you know? And I'm doing things right now at 20 years old to change that. So if it does take 30 years, when I'm 50, if I'm, lucky enough to make it that far in life, I'll still be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, okay? And best believe, this is all bigger than me. Everything I plan on doing in life is so that I can pass something on to a future generation, you know? I had said in the video 3 weeks ago, I'm trying to be a Rockefeller, you know? I'm trying to have the Smith name be something in this world. Yeah, we know the Will Smiths. Yeah, we know the Yeah, that's about it. You know, Will Smith's. But best believe I plan on being so successful in life. When you hear the name Smith, followed how do you say the word in front of it was being Darshaun, you know that's something special. You know, I already said, you know, I plan on getting 100 acres in life. I plan on building a very nice compound in the middle, and having my family, you know, just be able to give them the code to the gate and just be like, hey, come through, you know. Big fence around it, red trees, you know. That's the ultimate end goal in life, you know. Yeah, money's great, but it ain't everything. It can buy you things that make you happy for a short time. You know, sometimes if you're very lucky, it can buy you things that give you eternal happiness. Like that dude who bought his mom a new heart. Okay, it's terrible, but you know, just like the justice system, you get the justice you can afford. You know, in our medical system, you get the medical attention you can afford. It is terrible, but if you're gonna complain about it, that's on you. I plan on just getting rich so I can game the system. Why not? What's wrong with that? Do something. I'm so close. Sell your time, you know, doing something outside of your job. Yeah, I make a lot of money what I do at work, you know. Do I like my job? Yeah. I just got a promotion at it, you know. So obviously I like it a lot for that, you know. But I realize that promotion will be a good resume builder so that I can do bigger and better things in life. Because no one cares about your academics when you get to a certain level. They care about your experience. And that's why that promotion mattered to me. Yeah, it may not directly pertain to what I'm trying to do in life, but it gives me the experience and it gives me the skills I need to do that thing in life. So best believe, my party people, I'm getting this bread one way or another. You know, you can choose to get it with me, or you can choose to get it with those around you, or not. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if you don't choose to get it, that's great. I appreciate your opinion, and I humbly just want to say thank you for leaving more for me to get. So on that note, that's the end of the video. I definitely had more to say, but whatever, we'll save that for a week from now. Or if it's really pressing me that much, I'll put out a second video this Wednesday, you know. So look alive for that. And yeah, so that's it. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, dislike. I know for the beginning part it was a little bit of rambling, you know. I would cut it out, but we want to take everything, you know. I don't plan on editing any of the mishaps or anything in here. I plan on just being 100% organic. With the K, shout out Mr. Organic and Slim, you know, Tall Guy Car Reviews, and them, you know, everybody else, every other black person I look up to who looks like me, and it is doing something extraordinary in life. Because, you know, a lot of those people, they were just like me, okay? Like Mr. Organic, okay, like objectively that he was an extraordinary person out the womb, okay? But like at the same time, you know, a lot of the other people I look up to, they were normal, regular people at one point in their life, and they got their red pill moment. They woke up from the Matrix, and they're doing big things now. You know, I say all the time, I'm a normal person doing extraordinary things. Okay, I am an average guy doing above average things. So if I can do it, you can do it too, my party people. So that's it. I gotta get this video up in 1:15. So stay lit and die lit. You know, you got one life to live. You could choose to live it sad, depressed, broke, whatever you want to say. You know, or you could choose to, you know, take the adversity, take the confrontation, beat the system, and say, hey, I'm super disadvantaged in this world. I got this and this and this holding me back. But at the same time, if I'm willing to put my mind to it and then follow that up with the insane work ethic it will to break those barriers, the insane work ethic it will take to break those barriers, and anything, this whole world's my oyster. What can't I achieve? That's the mindset you need to have in life. You know, what can I not achieve in life? That might be the topic of the next video. Yeah, I'll see y'all Wednesday. We got to talk about that. So it's been real. We out. Woo!